For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, we are live and amplified. So let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Welcome, everybody, to another live and amplified livecast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we are back at it again with a late night edition of the podcast. But, you know, late for me, not late for our guest. We have Madi Leeds on the podcast. How's it going today, Maddie?
Good. How are you going, Tom?
Doing pretty good. It's, you know, it was one of those days where when I went to work, it was nice and cool. It was relaxing. And then I left work and it was like super hot. And I have not been able to, cool down since. I don't know why. It was really weird. But other than that, today's been good. It's been a busy day, but that's the way I like to keep it. So, really excited to have you back on. It's been just under a year. I think we discussed it. It was back in November we had you on for the pancreatic cancer fundraiser that we did. And it seems like you've been really busy. You got music, you've been doing a whole bunch of stuff. So kind of what's been going on over the last year for you?
Yeah, no, well, thanks so much for having me back on. I guess really just getting out of, I know every time I bring this up, everyone's like, Maddie, stop talking about lockdowns and things like that. But honestly, just, even for Melbourne to have a lot of live shows coming back and, to not be in lockdown, be able to play. It's just been really, really cool. And even just to, get to be around other people and do things like photo shoots or working on music videos or in the studio. It's been really awesome. So I feel very lucky. It has been very busy.
Yeah, for sure. It's so strange to think of all the people that I've met while in lockdown, so to speak. You know, it's as everybody else was closed off and sheltered from the world, that's when I became the most social. It's kind of weird because it's I think about all the different musicians I've met, all the different musicians I've talked to, and if it wasn't for the pandemic, that would have never happened.
So true. So true. I think we're so lucky with technology and being able to connect. That way it's so awesome. And the fact that you were able to support other artists and musicians in that time and kind of connect that way. It's so cool. Yeah.
You brought up technology and we were having a little technical issue before we jumped on here. So it's just kind of funny that you brought up technology, being able to connect people. And before this podcast, we were having a little issue getting the technology to work so we can connect.
Yes. It's pros and cons. It's a little bit sometimes there's issues and glitches and stuff, but I'll still take it. It's still nice.
Yeah, for sure. So you've had a busy.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. As I said that, it was a little bit frozen. Sorry, it's a little bit delayed sometimes, but it's been real good.
Honestly, this is doing better than Zoom probably would. Zoom would be, because for anybody that's not been following us for that long, we used to stream on Zoom, and Zoom would have these lag issues all the time. So, but yeah, I do want to jump in and just kind of talk about everything that you got going on. You just dropped a new single. What was that, Friday? Yeah, Friday. 0 to 100. First off, it's an amazing tune. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the lyric video for it. I didn't realize there was a lyric video for it until this afternoon when I was kind of prepping for this. And it was the link tree that you sent me. And I was just I should probably go watch the lyric video. So.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for watching. I actually haven't, because there's been so much else going on, I haven't actually talked about the actual music video too much yet. Hopefully, probably later this week or sometime. But Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks so much for watching. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, for sure. So, 0 to 100 or zero, right? Is that how you like say the
Yeah,
title?
it's a
Is
bit
zero?
it's a bit tricky, but you're saying it right. Yeah, zero
Okay.
to 100. Yeah,
So what's kind of the story behind it?
I'm so sorry, cut out.
Uh,
I think, sorry, I don't know. Hopefully this will be all right, Tom. I think I might try and connect to my hotspot again. Is that okay? Or will
yeah, that's
that?
fine. Yeah, no, you're
Okay,
fine.
I'm gonna try one more time because maybe it wasn't working because maybe my hotspot was connected to my other Wi-Fi that I was already on.
All right. So technical issues. While she gets that worked out, I will go on a little spiel here. So first off, I want to thank everybody that's tuning in and hanging out with us. My name's Tom, the host of the Live and Amplified Livecast. I hope y'all will stick around as we kind of go through these technical glitches. But we stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tuesday, Thursday nights, Sunday mornings, and we feature independent musicians. So if you enjoy supporting independent music, listening, hearing their stories, their backgrounds, all that fun stuff, feel free to give us a subscribe, a like, whatever you feel, a follow on Twitch. Yep, that's the terminology. We're still new here on Twitch. So give us a follow if you enjoy supporting independent music. Today's guest is Madi Leeds. She's, yep, let's see if we got her back. All
Yes, yes,
right.
amazing. I think this is good because yeah, for some reason my hotspot it wasn't like it was making you frozen, but I think we're all good. This is speedy, amazing. Sorry. Oh
Awesome.
my God. I just want to sort this out.
I feel like the last time or the first time that we did a podcast, we had this issue. I,
Oh, I know, yeah. I think I ended up just going to hotspot then as well. So I just
yeah.
but for some reason I was like, I don't know if yeah, maybe like this like program won't allow me to go on hotspot, but this is like so real time now.
Yeah.
Incredible. Thanks for being patient.
Yeah, not a problem. I was just, while you were out, I was just kind of filling everybody in on what we were doing, just kind of doing a little
Oh,
spiel
thank
to keep the
you.
thing. But
Yeah.
so to kind of jump right back into it, 0 to 100, new single. It dropped on Friday. What's the story behind that song?
Oh my gosh. I feel I feel like for most songs, it's always I guess like focused on a very specific time
Mm-hmm.
in my life. So like real things that are happening at that moment, and then um yeah. So for 0 to 100, I guess it first started off. I'm gonna try and not ramble and make this quick, but it started off after one thing that happened, and I had like the first line, which was
Mm-hmm.
like saying all the wrong things, and then it was either gonna be like saying all the wrong things. Why am I reacting? But then I
Mm-hmm.
changed it to am I overreacting? Because like yeah, I talk a lot and sometimes, I don't really have a filter. So I had that one line and then, I kind of just like had that line and in my notes app on my phone, like wrote down a few other lyrics. And then kind of got an idea of the pulse of it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of had like that in the works or like kind of put it into a notebook. And then it was actually the night before Identity was released. I was kind of like my partner stepped out to go do something, and like it was a great time because like Sin was doing a premiere of Identity,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like I'm just gonna write because I just like I should feel so happy and like excited for the release, but I just felt really like super nervous, and I was like it's really hard, especially I guess like in the music industry to compare yourself to other people, and like I had all these like successes I should be happy with, and like people supporting me and working hard, but it's just like my mind is always like looking ahead and being like I should be here, or so that was
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was interesting that like I kind of like fleshed out the whole song on that night, the night before Identity came out. And then I think that especially the chorus as well, like I kind of wrote that. Like I guess I'm always just a little too loud, a little offbeat, and all that stuff. I think that kind of came about when I was like, I think it's really important when you're writing to not really think about, like, to really get rid of that ego and not think about what other people will think of you when it's out. So I have to, yeah, because like I probably wouldn't want people to like think that I'm annoying or, like I'm too loud, things like that. So to have that sarcastic kind of approach to it and just like kind of make fun of myself and put that in there. Yeah, and then I guess like the main hook line, I'm always 0 to 100 was when I guess in times like going in between different lockdowns last year when there was times when like I could be around people and socialize, which like I really feed off of other people in that
Mm-hmm.
way. Uh, I was probably drinking a lot of coffee and things like that as well, but like I'm always like wanting the night to go forever and just like to
Mm-hmm.
be around people um, longer than maybe other people would want. I don't know, would want to be, but like the night is young kind of like
Yeah.
mentality. So yeah, I got like home from something and I was just like so excited and like doing a million different things. I'm like, because I guess I'm such a busy person. And then yeah, someone was like, "Oh my gosh, like you're at 100," and they're like, "Actually, you're either like at 0 or 100 because like I'm very
Yeah.
dramatic and yeah, over the top sometimes." So that was where that came in.
Mm.
Because yeah, so, like writing the chorus and having all these different bits of me and then being like, oh my gosh, I'm just a bit of a mess sometimes, of course. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be um, not a mess, but I'm very hard on my sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of feelings, and I guess that's probably why I'm doing music or why a lot of artists, yeah, do music and write as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my ran over. There's always, I wish there was a simple explanation, but yeah. And then after that, I guess working with Damon Langley, who also
Mm.
worked on the music video, he kind of helped like add in some like synth lines to it, um, and really helped with like the production in the
Mm.
beginning as well. It kind of went in a different direction when we got into the studio, but yeah, he really really helped with track as well.
Is it
Yeah.
is it fair to say that a 0 to 100 is like a very self-aware song for you?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a really great term.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you said you brought up that you kind of wrote it all like right as you were getting ready to release Identity. Is that, did I hear that correctly?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
was there something specifically about Identity that kind of triggered this song, or was it just kind of the experience you were going through at that time?
Yeah, maybe just the experience. Like, I mean, what I 0 to 100 was written about, that was kind of like bits of pieces I kind of like pulled together
Mm-hmm.
from around that time. But I guess it's just maybe, yeah, like very nerve-wracking. Like, and I was doing, I guess, like other interviews. Yeah, I guess maybe that was it as well. Like other interviews as well. Um, like I feel like it's a lot more natural now that like, yeah, everything's online and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think I had one interview and, I don't know, I guess like being so isolated, not being able to talk to other people, I was
Mm.
just like this wasn't what the first line was about, but I was just like, oh my gosh, like, why am I saying this? And it's yeah, just like so
Mm.
important to just get rid of any ego or I guess I saw what was it? Um Annie Clark, who's like Saint Vincent, she had
Yeah.
a film out, and I think that was really cool because it was like, where's like the line between like my artist persona and where's like my where actual like
Yeah.
identity and that whole thing, like, so that was really interesting. Yeah, so I feel like I really have just like tried to get better at just yeah, being myself and sticking to that and kind of I guess like as an artist, like yeah, that becoming more natural and not really like having like some aspect of persona, especially for like live shows and things like
Mm,
that, and branding and all that stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, really just trying to stay true to myself. And yeah, that sounds
yeah.
so corny. Stay
It's all
true to
good.
yourself
It,
on the podcast.
uh, you've mentioned a couple of times about the like being in lockdown and how this song kind of came from that experience as well. And I think some people are curious when you say lockdown, they need to understand that from what I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Mhm.
Melbourne and that like your entire state were under stricter lockdowns than a lot of like the rest of Australia, correct?
Yeah, Melbourne
Yeah.
had it the
Yeah.
worst. Yeah, it was just kind of like back and forth, like and especially like working with like Push Records and trying to release this, it was really hard to just like keep going back and forth. And it's like
Mm,
so, I guess, like such a defeating feeling when
mm,
you're being like, oh, we'll have this show. It's like, oh, we're back in lockdown and like things being put on hold and
yeah.
just going in and out. So it's like, I feel like that's been so, yeah, fulfilling again to not
Mm,
have that this year and just being able to like keep pushing forward and look ahead. Whereas like when you're stuck in like a, you don't know when this is going to end kind of situation, it's quite difficult and it's quite like uninspiring as well to
mm,
just, like yeah, I'm sure like you can relate and everyone else can think about that too. But
yeah.
yeah, Melbourne was I think it was like I don't know, everyone who's listening to this is from Melbourne's probably Maddie, shut up. We don't want to hear about it. But yeah, it was really just like, like one week would be a lockdown, then like a week off and then like back again and
Mm,
yeah, it was nonstop and hard to kind of like I guess get into a routine or adjust.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Once you kind of started working on Zero to 100, did you know it was going to be the next single after Identity, or was there something else that was supposed to come out in between?
Yeah, not really. Like I really I'm so grateful for like Damon and like yeah, my band members and other people around that really supported because it's so easy for me to write something and be like, this kind of sucks. So like
Hmm.
I don't really want to do anything with it. But I think maybe because it did feel quite honest and truthful, because like if I'm writing something and it's fake, I can't yeah, it doesn't have like emotion behind it.
Hmm.
So the fact like I was so connected to it, and then I think like not long after writing it, like Damon and I, he's in the band and like helps with everything.
Hmm.
We did like a live version of that, and was just like the beat of it. It was like really fun to play, and I think like other people were like, yeah, who saw that performance, they were like, I really like that one. So then that kind of got us thinking like, oh, maybe it could be cool. But
Yeah.
the fact it was just like, yeah, so fun to play, I think, yeah, helped with
Yeah.
that. And then we started, yeah, everything started happening with like demos and stuff.
For sure. For sure. And then you brought up the music video. There is a music video
Yeah.
coming?
Yeah, yeah. So, oh no, sorry, it's just the lyric video. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. Yeah, lyric video, music video. Yeah, just the one for 0 to 100. Yeah.
Gotcha. You mentioned music video. I was like, I've seen the lyric video, but I haven't seen. But okay,
Sorry. Yeah, lyric
yeah.
lyric
But
music video.
you know what? I've been talking to a lot of musicians recently about just like music videos versus lyric videos versus just like having visual elements for
Mm,
like single, specifically singles, obviously. Um, and it seems to be a big topic of conversation if musicians should even be doing music videos anymore because like MTV's not here and YouTube, it's so
yeah.
hard to get discovered on
Mm,
YouTube anymore that it's like, is there really a point? It's so,
yeah.
like as putting all that money into like a proper music video versus doing just like a lyric video where, yeah,
Mm,
it's going to still be a lot of money, but not nearly as much as it would be for, you know, a music video, so to speak. So
yeah.
that's
So
always an
true.
interesting topic of conversation. And I wanted to kind of pick your
Yeah.
brain to see where you kind of lay on that.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I think for 0 to 100,
Mm,
like because yeah, like Damon helps with a lot of like yeah, music videos and other aspects. But I was yeah, we were kind of like tossing up whether we were actually going to have a music video for
mhm,
this. Like we were like, yeah, we could maybe do something, but then speaking to some other people and like, things like TikToks and
mm.
like everything like that taking over as well, which I guess is why like YouTube's kind of slowly dying out a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not like Gen Z. I'm not like, but what was I saying? Yeah, I think just for like having like that visual element for when the
Mm,
song did come out and like the colors and I think yeah, I really enjoy having like a lyric video
mhm,
or like something more visual to connect with the song. So
mhm,
that was actually and I feel like it was a similar experience to Spinelli as well because
mhm,
Damon helped with Spinelli on like the bike and the GoPro, and it's all kind of like a one take thing, like
mm,
another one take for 0 to 100, the lyric video. We had like a few different ideas, but we were kind of stuck with um, the sun setting again. And I think for
mhm,
Spinelli, we filmed that earlier on in the year, and this time it was like daylight savings, winter,
mm.
or not daylight savings. Yeah, so we were kind of like pushed by the sun and then stuck in the city. I knew I wanted like my guitar in it as like one point, but so yeah, we ended up going near the fountain that it was filmed,
Yeah.
and it was very loud. So we were trying to like play the song and have that kind of like sync up, and it was just
Yeah.
super difficult. I have to post one video, but actually, I think we did another one take before that, and like there's footage of me like almost falling in the fountain because there's like these like small alternating steps.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Anyway, I ended up getting wet from that. I ended up like getting Damon's jumper, which is what I ended up wearing. I used my headphones, which like I think is a really cool part of it to
Mm,
actually yeah, play the song. So I was playing the song in my headphones as I was doing it, and then also like singing out loud and playing the guitar out
yeah.
loud. But obviously, like no one else could hear the music,
Yeah.
hear the music because the first time we tried it, I was like, I'll just play the music out loud, and put it inside my guitar. But like
Mhm,
Damon couldn't hear it, and it was just like too hard.
yeah.
So I think that was really cool because I guess like a lot of my music it's very like in your head. So the
Mm,
fact that like the music was happening and then I was also like singing it out loud, like I wasn't kind of just like moving my lips or miming, like I was actually singing it how I would have. And then Damon was kind of just like following me around. Wasn't quite sure what, what he was. Yeah, he wasn't exactly sure what I was going to end up doing, but I can't speak, but yeah, it
That's
was
all
really
good.
awesome and like yeah, kind of just like following the yeah, I guess like the build and everything of the song and yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was yeah, really fun and Damon's awesome. Like he's great. I think yeah, with his like using his camcorder and
Mm,
everything. That was really like 90s and
yeah.
nostalgic as well. But I just wanted it to be, I guess, for videos as well. Like I don't want anything to feel too forced as well. Like I
Mhm,
really want it to be quite natural and like others to hopefully like feel that kind of like rush or intensity as you would if you're like listening to it or like running or in a rush or
yeah.
however you listen to music to like hype yourself up or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the '90s feel and the aesthetic that the lyric video was kind of given off, that was all done very intentionally, and that was the look that you originally wanted.
Yeah, we
Okay.
didn't know like because it was like nighttime. We were like, oh, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I guess like I think Damon had his like torch on as well in
Mm,
front of the camcorder and like we made it work and like we didn't even know that the yeah, because I guess like a lot of the theme was purple. We didn't know that the fountain would be the color purple because it's like constantly changing and
yeah.
everything really just worked out well because we started off we're like, oh, we'll do this location and this location, or like, I think as the sun was setting, we're like, oh, we'll come back and do it another day, and it's like,
Mm,
let's just try something and see what happens. And I think that works quite
yeah.
well, and like we both have fun with it because I think
Yeah.
if things start getting stressful or yeah, too orchestrated, that's when it kind of shows in the video. And
Yeah.
yeah, so Damon's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny because most people, like, if somebody just kind of walks up on you seeing you record this music video, it's a very awkward experience all around because you're
Yeah.
playing a song that you're singing to, but not really playing to. So it's like just
Yeah.
this really
They
weird
can't hear the
experience.
music.
Yeah.
That's so
So,
true. Yeah.
uh,
Definitely had a lot of people walk past, or it's like, please don't steal my guitar because I left it on the ground at one
yeah.
point. We're like running around. So
Yep.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
such a good point. It was, yeah. But I'm glad
It's
I could hear it like, yeah,
yeah.
fully. That was a cool experience.
The headphones is a nice touch because the first music video I ever made, we didn't
Oh,
play the music. I had this brilliant idea of having the band just play the song and I would film it.
yeah.
Except what I didn't realize was that the way the band plays the song versus the way they recorded it were
Oh
two
no.
different things. And I was like, and so I'm sitting there editing the video together, and there's like a random drum solo in there.
Oh
And I'm
no.
like, or not like a drum solo, just like a part for the drums. And I'm like, I don't have any of this. Like, what is this? They're like,
Oh,
oh. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll just cut around this like 15 seconds part of the song and we'll just come back to it. So it was, yeah, it was
that's
an interesting
difficult.
experience.
Yeah,
So,
there's so much to think about just for like timing. Like,
yep,
I think when we got home and we're like trying to sync up the music as well, we were
yep,
like, hopefully it's like, actually worked out because I don't know, maybe I could be like singing too fast or anything like that. But the fact it was like perfectly synced, it was like, yeah, it's like, oh, great, this has worked
yeah,
fantastically.
yeah. So for 0 to 100, was it always kind of the plan to release it around this time, or since it's been a little bit since you've released a single, were you trying to get it out earlier in the year, and then just because the pandemic last year and everything else, what was kind of the thought process going into that?
Yeah, I guess we, yeah, I think we were in the studio maybe first like mid March or late
Mm,
March or something. And then I think we went back maybe like a month later
mm,
for another day, another 2 days. I'm not sure. But
mm,
yeah, so we had like a month in between after that just because like everyone was busy and doing things. So it was kind of, I think that was actually a really like special time to
yeah,
have like, that much time sitting with the song that obviously like isn't completed yet because it was like, yeah, really just trying to be like, okay, like what parts like do we want to change?
mm,
Because the direction we went in the studio, as opposed to like how demo and how we also played it live was very different. So I wanted to make sure that, yeah, it was like some elements were still included and, yeah, but like Hamish, who we worked with, who produced it and mixed it,
mm,
and played on it, he's amazing. Yeah, I think like the direction that he kind of like pushed it was really great. And like I probably like wouldn't myself have been able to like be that open minded to be like, oh, we can do this with it or this sound. It's so cool when yeah, just to not feel so limited because I think like the first time we went in there, um, he was like, oh, like what have you been like listening to lately? Instead of kind of like, what do you want this track to be? Because
mm,
sometimes when that happens, like maybe you'll be like, oh, I want to be like, I don't know, like Miley Cyrus or something like that, but maybe that's not your sound. So the fact that,
mm,
like, it's like, oh, I really like this and I'm actually like influenced by this, like maybe subconsciously. So that was, yeah,
mm.
really cool. But back to the, what you were saying, time wise, I think yeah, I can't remember when we all got it back. Maybe we got it back around June or
Mm,
something. Yeah, because I guess if the last studio day was May, I think we must have got it back sometime around
yeah,
like June. So then I think I wanted maybe like 2 or 3 months or something like
yeah,
just before the release. So I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I'll get it done in August. And then yeah, even for like our launch we had last week, like that ended up like aligning on the same day and
Mm.
um just when
Because
everyone was free. Yeah,
I remember you, or it feels like I remember seeing you starting to promote this
very early.
single very early on, like not quite 2 months ago, not 3 months ago, but
It was
um,
super early.
is that
Yeah,
something that is that something that you've done for previous singles, or was this something that you were trying new for this single?
it was definitely something I tried new. Yeah, because I guess I mean Porcelain Alley, that was like I don't think we even I don't think I even mentioned it until like the night before. But for this, I guess because like we were having the launch and having like the music video and everything, I kind of wanted to just like pan it out a little bit and just like kind of get the word out and
Mm.
I don't know. It's always like trial and error and just seeing
Yeah,
seeing different things. But yeah, everyone's like, oh my gosh, like when is this coming out? It's like 2 months. It's like
yeah,
2 months away and like this countdown. But yeah, it was like all like intentionally planned. I think just yeah, slowly just like doing different things and making sure that because I'm constantly like posting and spamming, making sure that everything's
yeah,
not all at once and that
yeah,
like things are slowly unraveling. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now that 0 to 100's out, it's been a whole long process from conception to recording to releasing. What's going through your
Mm.
mind right now that the single's out for the world?
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. Like, and everyone has honestly just been so kind and supportive. Like, I'm just, yeah, really lucky. And like, it's always cool to hear what
Mm,
people think about it. And yeah, I feel like it has been a long, a long time coming, but not,
yeah,
I don't know, maybe not like, yeah, everything was kind of like scheduling wise, like it
mm,
wasn't like it was held back or anything, but yeah, it feels really cool to have it out after, because we'd always be playing it live.
mm,
So I feel like people kind of would know about it, but yeah, the fact it's out is super cool. And I guess it's because this, was released like independently as well.
mm,
So yeah, that has been like a lot of hard work as well. So to finally just be able to maybe like in a few weeks or probably not take a breather because we're actually going away on Friday, like overseas, overseas, and then I think I'll still be doing like promoting and stuff like that, and like talking about different stuff, of course. But um, yeah, it feels really good, and I'm so happy to be talking to you and
mm.
have it out. Yeah.
Yeah. That explains why we had to do this interview in the time that we had to do it. The fact that you're heading overseas, so because
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. Um, so where are you headed? Are you
Yeah. So David and I were actually on Friday going to Singapore for
oh,
like
okay?
8 days or I
Oh
don't
wow.
know, but
Yeah.
yeah, not to do anything music, but just to because we haven't like
Yeah.
yeah, first kind of like overseas trip since the pandemic. But like
Yeah.
I still have like a lot of music stuff lined up, or I'll have to like log on probably when I'm like on hotel Wi-Fi or
Yeah.
something
Watch
like
out for
that.
the watch
Yeah.
out for the hotel Wi-Fi. It is never trustworthy. That
No,
was the issue.
yeah.
That was the issue I had with this past week. There was a couple of times where I was doing not the podcast live streaming, but we were doing some other live streaming on here on Twitch, and like halfway through the stream, this internet just went out, and I'm like, "All right, that's hotel Wi-Fi for you. So
That's yeah, not knowing if like they'll be able to come back or
yeah,
it
yep,
must be stressful.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause everyone's Wi-Fi would be different. Like I'm sure like you'd be all set up and everything, but
yeah, for,
I think we'll actually be probably lucky this time because we've just gone with like the phone SIM cards.
hmm
And like I remember when we went to America, like I think to get a SIM card it was like at least like 150 or
hmm
something each. It was like quite expensive, but
yeah.
this Singapore for a SIM card, it's like $15, like
Oh well,
for unlimited. Yeah, so it's so crazy. I just like I've never seen something that cheap because usually it's
yeah,
like and yeah, the pocket Wi-Fi I'm not really a fan a fan
yeah,
of. It's always like you have to charge it and
yeah.
um
I,
yeah, but
I got you. No, that's cool that you're getting out and taking a vacation, even though there will be work. I'm assuming attached to it at some point during the trip.
yeah,
But like that's just the life of an independent creative person. Like no matter if you say I'm taking 2 weeks off, no nothing,
it's
no
not really
work.
yeah, it's not really days
It,
off. Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna be checking your social. You're gonna be doing something. So it's not
Yeah.
really any time off. But that's really cool. Um,
So true.
so now that 0 to 100's out, what's kind of the plan moving forward in the rest of the year?
Yeah, the rest of the year, I think like it's gonna be really interesting. I think coming back with like no more trips, mid-September or
hmm
something. Um, so actually, yeah, like I think maybe just having more time to work on new music. Like we do have like quite a lot of new songs that
hmm
like could potentially be
Yeah.
recorded or yeah, so really maybe just like working on demos for that, or maybe just like writing something completely new. But
hmm
I think yeah, it's crazy that it's not actually there's not actually like too much jam packed. I think like yeah, towards the end of the year, like
hmm
probably from like October to November. I guess like a month or two, but um, yeah, hopefully just yeah keep writing and seeing where like 0 to 100 goes as well. I think
Yeah,
yeah, I
for sure.
think that see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be really awesome to see more music coming from you, just more than a single a year. And
Yeah.
obviously, the pandemic had a lot to do with that. But like when we first met, and I listened to Spinelli, I remember that first conversation we had specifically because we started talking about Disney Channel and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. So that was kind of a funny little side conversation that we had. And then after you released Spinelli, I remember sitting there waiting to see what the next release was. And then
Oh,
I
that's
don't
so
think
nice. Yeah.
there was because Identity came out late in 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it came out in June. So
It
I
okay,
think,
June.
yeah, I think I was pretty grateful for that just because, like, for the
Mm,
push records thing, I think I found out about that um, late
mm,
or like mid-February. So
okay,
I think, like, from then it was like a few months.
okay.
So yeah, I guess like that was like quite a big turnaround for that. But you know, I didn't know like that the push records like program and everything was going to be happening.
Mm,
That was kind of just like yeah, I was very lucky. And then it's like okay, cool, because like I want to release music, and now this is happening. So this is all worked out
yeah,
well, and yeah.
gotcha.
But yeah, I get what you mean. I really do want to I don't know, like yeah, I think from because I feel like with my music because it's you know I'm still I feel like every song I'm still like trying to figure out my style
Yeah.
um and everything and yeah I did consider I think a few times like releasing an EP or something like that
Mm,
but I think at the moment yeah I don't know maybe the next few singles or like things will be put together as an EP but yeah, I think just the way that like albums are coming out now and like just even like singles, like I'm super grateful for like Spotify's Discover Weekly
Mm.
because I'll just discover all these like new artists, which is so cool. But I have like a list, so many lists of things to do, and like one is just like different like new artists that I've heard like one single of theirs, and I want to go
Hmm.
through like the whole discography because it takes
Yeah.
so much time. So I think, yeah, it's just interesting thinking about like EPs versus singles, and um, but yeah, I think there has been quite a lot of singles for me. So yeah, get
Uh,
what you mean.
That's good. Like, I mean, you kind of touched on it, maybe unintentionally, but right now,
Yeah,
ever since the birth of the pandemic, it's really been a singles market. Like, everybody was just trying to, especially from the beginning of the pandemic to when, like, a lot of musicians, they had either just gone into the studio or were getting ready to go into the studio, that they were just trying to
yeah,
make what they had last because they didn't know when they were going to be able to go to the studio again. Um, and just kind of
mm,
started doing the singles releases. So, I mean, it's kind of the standard right now, I guess is the best way to put it. Um, and like you had mentioned, I'm definitely excited to see the next single, whether it's 3 months from now, not like whatever it is. I'm
yeah,
definitely excited, and you know, just kind of having seen your evolution as a musician through the we'll call it about 2 years, 2.5 years that we since we first spoke.
yeah.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, you've
yeah,
seen like three different songs that have all been quite different. Yeah, that's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And just kind of seeing what that next step is, or what the next single is, or if you decide to say, you know what, forget it, I'm going to put out the EP and I'm going to do something about it.
Yeah.
Um, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it just
Oh, thank
yeah.
you. You're so supportive. No, thanks so much for having me on. Like, yeah, love the show, and you do so much for other artists, so it's awesome. And you're obviously very good at what you do.
No, thank you, thank you. Um, so just kind of moving forward, what's your show schedule looking like right now? Are you obviously you're getting ready to go to on vacation there, but are you
Yeah.
actively playing shows, or what's kind of the vibe in Australia right now?
Yeah, so I guess like we had a big launch Friday, which was,
Hmm.
oops, sorry, what's going on? Um, yeah, we had a big launch on Friday. We are playing like another band show tomorrow night, so that will be
Hmm.
like the night before we leave. So yeah, shows are happening. It's awesome. I think just for our launch because like I do play some solo shows or it might be like just duo or more like smaller
Hmm.
vibe. Um, but yeah, to have like a big kind of like fun band launch show that was yeah, really cool and like the venue was awesome and all the bands that played were great.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, I think that was like the main one. So like there's nothing really too major
Hmm.
like at the moment in the works for like when we get back, but I'm sure like yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
see what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Nice. And are there are like all the music festivals back in full swing in Australia? Like, is everything that usually happens as far as festivals and whatnot, is that back in full swing now?
Yeah, it actually, yeah. So festivals are back, which is awesome as well.
Hmm.
Like, we did have, I don't know if you know Splendor in the Grass. I don't know if you've heard
I've
of
heard it.
that.
I've heard of it. Yep.
Yeah. So this year I didn't go, but the weather was just awful, and it ended up like there was just quite a lot of complications that
Hmm.
happened because where it was situated, like campgrounds, because like
Yeah.
the rain was so heavy. It was pretty much like they were calling it Splendor in the mud, and like it was just everyone was just drenched in mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like difficult for everyone. Or I think even Casey Musgraves, like she was
Oh
meant
wow.
to play it, and like she ended up not being able to because like they're like we physically we
Can't
can't
get
even
her
like
there.
get our or you know maybe it was someone else. Yeah, like the tech people literally physically couldn't get like all the gear to the stage, like in the
Yeah.
mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, but like, yeah, festivals are happening, but that was that was just one thing that was just like, it's not even like pandemic related. It's just like bad luck, and
Yeah,
I guess things
I
like that. And
I
yeah.
feel that. I thought we were going to go through that this on Saturday. I went to a festival. It was an indoor festival, but
Oh
uh,
yeah.
so basically what was happening, I was in Roswell, New Mexico, and for anybody that's never been to Roswell, New Mexico, they don't have proper drainage for rain, so everything just kind of
Oh
sits. Like when it, because it doesn't usually rain that bad there, but when
yeah.
it does, the water just sits. It doesn't go anywhere. And Sunday, they were calling for like a monsoon, like the worst rain they had
Oh
seen
my gosh.
in several years. And I'm sitting there, I'd been there since Tuesday, and I'm like, all right, there's this festival today. I'm going to play this weather by ear, just kind of see what happens. Because if I get stuck out at this festival, I'm going to be
Mm.
there until like till this water clears. Because the second the streets flood, you're not going anywhere. And
Oh my
so
God.
I get to the point where the rain kind of stops, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go venture out. I'm going to go. We're going to get there. Luckily, it didn't rain as bad as they said it would, but I just remember watching all these bands trying to carry their amps through the rain because every band had to bring their own amps, and it delayed every set by progressively by about
Oh my God.
5 minutes
Yeah.
because they had to like dry their amps because they got so wet.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's hard.
it was an interesting experience. So,
Yeah.
but the life of music festivals, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep you too much longer here, but there's a fun little game that we've adopted on the podcast. It's called Rapid.
Oh.
It's called Rapid Fire Randomness. I've got a random question
Oh.
generator sitting right here, and I'm going to ask you 10 random questions, and you're
Oh
just going to kind of
wow.
answer them as quickly as you can.
This is cool. Wow. Okay.
All right. So if you're
Yeah.
ready, we got Rapid Fire Randomness. Would you rather have an unlimited international first class ticket or never have to pay for food at restaurants again?
Oh, I think unlimited first class ticket. Like I can go wherever I want and it's always first class.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
That's fair. Uh,
Yeah.
if cars were free, how many would you own?
Oh, my partner loves cars, but I'm happy with just my one. He'll probably be mad at me. Maybe I'll get a few for him because he'll be happy about that. But I'm fine with just one. I'm not a big car person. Like
Yeah.
as long as it's yeah, I like a big like spacious car, and as long as I can play my music and it's has a working heater, things like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not too.
Fair enough. If you could have lunch with any of your deceased relatives, who would it be?
Oh, what? With any of my deceased relatives? Oh, um, my grandma. Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, see my grandma and have lunch with her. Yeah.
What? Which do you prefer, honey, syrup, or jelly?
Ooh, honey. Yeah,
Honey, honey is good.
honey's a good.
Honey is like really underrated. People,
Yeah. I feel like in the States, syrup is like very popular. Like, like if you go to a like diner or something, you've got to
yeah,
have like the syrup. I always think it's a good idea, but I think I'm not that much of a sweet tooth, even though
yeah.
I might think I am. Yeah, so honey's cool. Yeah.
It's honey clears my allergies like nobody's business. It's really
Yes.
interesting. So,
So true. My
yeah,
grandpa has to get like he's obsessed with getting this like one specific honey because he gets really bad like hay fever and he's like
mhm,
just taking like a little bit each day.
yep,
Helps. It's crazy. It's so interesting.
yep, yep. I'm in that same boat. So,
Oh,
what is one thing in the near future you're looking forward to? I kind of think I know this
oh,
answer.
going away. Yeah,
Yes.
really, really excited. Yeah.
What is something that you collect that other people would find weird?
Oh, if people know me, I don't think they'd find anything weird. Um, that I don't know. I could probably just move my camera, but yeah, I did start collecting like an ET
I could
collection
see the
thing. I have
ET in
like
your
yeah, the
mirror.
life size. If I move
Yeah.
my head,
Yep.
but yeah, I think because we have like specific like collectibles cabinets, it's like
Hmm.
only so much can fit in them. So it's like,
Yeah.
if I keep collecting, where is it going to go? But yeah, I was a massive like TY Beanie Babies collector. I have like
Nice.
hundreds at my like family's house, and they're like,
Hmm.
"What do we do with these? Where can I put them?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
a big Beanie Babies fan. Yeah.
not to derail from rapid fire randomness,
No,
but little
no,
side note: Beanie Babies were actually created not too far from where I grew up. I found that out.
that is so cool.
I found that
Oh
because I
my,
watched the Beanie Baby documentary about
yes,
like the
yes, me
yeah,
too. Yeah,
and
HBO. Yeah,
they were talking about where they were created, and I'm like, wait, that's like not
where I
even an
live.
hour away from where I grew up. So
Wow, that's
that's
so interesting.
yes. So
Yeah,
back to rapid fire randomness.
no, that's so cool.
Yeah. What's unacceptable? Oh, what's unacceptable if it's less than 100%?
Oh, oh, I feel like this is maybe something I'll get like cancelled for or something. Well, it's unacceptable if it's not 100%. Ooh, I don't know, like things like manners, or I don't know,
There you
what's
go.
not acceptable, it's not 100%. I don't know. I'm always go back to the song. Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah, always at 100. So I don't know. I
yeah.
always like want
I
to
think
do
the
things like
I think the
to the,
manners
yeah,
work. Yeah.
just
So,
yeah.
uh, if you were a Lord of the Rings character, who would you be?
Oh my gosh. I saw the first. I'm not a big Lord of. I've been to New Zealand. Um I think I saw an ad when I was little, and I was like, Dad, let's go see this movie. We saw the first one, and I haven't seen any others. So I guess I'd be the. Oh my gosh, sorry anyone who's Lord of the Rings fan. I guess
You're
I would
just digging a
be
hole right now.
the because I have a friend who was in a movie with one of the guys who was in it as well. And he was in it, but I don't know. I think the first movie, the younger guy with brown hair, he might be the main character.
You're
Maybe he has a
talking to
rock or
somebody else
something.
that's never seen
Ring?
Lord of the Rings, so
Oh yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll be him. Yeah.
okay, that works. If you could work remotely, where would you work?
Oh. Hmm. I guess like I really love Japan. I love it. So I'm like really waiting for their borders to open. So yeah, love it so much. But like even some places in Australia, like
Hmm.
up near like yeah, higher up than Melbourne, where there's like nice beaches and it's a lot more like peaceful because I feel like because I am so busy, yeah, having some really nice serenity or
Hmm.
time to like slow down. That's really nice. So yeah, I guess that.
For sure. If you were given $1 million, how quickly would you spend it?
Oh, I don't think that quick. I think I would, yeah, just like try and sort it out. Like get a what is it? Get a lawyer or a like talk to my accountant and deal with stuff before I because I feel like I've seen things about that being like yeah, or I've seen a lot of like things like people who win the lottery and they get really bad luck or drama happens. I don't know, but yeah, I'd want to be probably careful with what I you can tell that I haven't won the lottery just by what just by what I'm saying. But yeah.
Gotcha. All right, this is a funny question. As expected, the robot apocalypse has finally happened. And
Oh,
but
no.
as one can imagine, humankind is not too happy about it. Who wins in the civil war between the humans and the robots?
The robots. The robots will easily, yeah, they'll be too smart. They'll take us down.
Nice. You are in charge of making a film with a comedic duo. Who is the comedic
Oh,
duo?
oh, I already
Or
know this one. Um, yeah, I saw. Do you know Portlandia with like Fred Armisen
yeah.
and Harry Brownstein from Sleater-Kinney? Yeah,
Hmm.
I saw them do. Oh, I can't remember what they played, but yeah, they recently like played something together live. They're just so funny. I think both of them together are a really cool team. So yeah, Fred Armisen and
Nice.
Carrie Brownstein.
Awesome. Besides music, what is something that you are extremely interested in learning more about?
Ooh, that's a good one. So much. Yeah, like I'm really fascinated about like psychology and yeah, the way the brain works and all of that. But yeah, like I love animals, so yeah, learning about like marine biology and things
Nice.
like that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Fair. And then final question. How bad does a movie have to be before you shut it off mid movie?
Oh, oh. Um, it like I don't watch that many movies, like and I think I get thrown off because like if there's a bad movie, like I don't want to watch another one because when a movie is really good, yeah, it makes me excited and you know like you get in the zone and it's amazing, but there's a lot of bad movies out there and I don't know, I have this thing where like subconsciously like if I'm not enjoying a movie, I'll just like fall asleep straight away. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair.
I guess I'd probably turn it off straight away. I don't really have that much of a like
Gotcha.
attention
Fair
span and
enough.
stuff. Yeah, I'll turn off pretty quick.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So that was rapid fire randomness. It's quite random, but it's fun.
That's
It
awesome.
keeps things interesting. So
That's so cool. Is that like an app or something, or is it just like a website?
it's an app. Well, it's an app called 21 Questions. It's like a 21 Questions app, and then I just twist it and make it a little bit more fun. So
That's so cool.
yeah, we are working on an app of some sort that would be
Oh,
like
wow.
I'm trying to teach myself how to make an app. So that's
That is so cool.
yeah. So
Let me know.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things where I was trying to teach myself during the pandemic how to make an app, and
It's not
then
easy though.
everything.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It really isn't. So, but I do want to thank you so much for taking your time to sit down and chat with us, and talk about 0 to 100 and everything that you've got going on this year. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about that we may have missed, or?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Like, and for you to be taking your time when it's pretty late. It's probably 12 o'clock or something now.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, hopefully, like you have a nice sleep.
Yep.
And yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's been so cool that to think that yeah, like it first started off with Spinelli, and you've seen like Identity, and now this single. So yeah, I really appreciate your support, Tom. And Live and Amplified is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. It's been an absolute blast getting to know you over the last couple of years, and hopefully we continue to talk and as you release
Yeah,
new
of
singles and
course.
what have you. For anybody that's just meeting you for the first time, where's the best place for them to interact with you, listen to your music, get all your information and stuff like that?
Yeah, thanks. So I'm pretty active on my Instagram, which is Mad Dog Maddie, and the Maddie has lots of eyes, but yeah, I'm sure you'll find me Mad Dog Maddie with lots of eyes. And then yeah, like you can listen to 0 to 100 on Spotify, Apple Music. It's all there. So yeah, that
Aw-
should be it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you all on. Yes, next podcast is Thursday. Don't know why I paused on that one, but once again, thank you everybody, and we will talk to y'all later. All right, end stream. Cool.
Awesome.